ये वीडियो ओरिजिनली इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में है। इसे हिंदी में देखने के लिए सेटिंग्स में जाकर हिंदी ऑडियो चूज करें। Namaskar and welcome back to Simplify Your Space. If you feel that keeping your home clutter free means spending hours cleaning every day, honestly, that's not true. Clutter does not build up in a single day, and an organized home is not created in a single day either. It's all about small daily habits and simple systems. Today, we are specifically talking about clutter management, simple daily habits that prevent unnecessary things from piling up in your home. I've shared this habit with you before, but sometimes because of a busy life and constant procrastination, we fall off track or start feeling demotivated. A small revision like this helps us reset, get back on track and become consistent again. So let's get started. The first habit is simple. Keep your flat surfaces clear. Your shoe rack, dining table, kitchen counter, center table, dresser top, all of these areas are clutter magnets. The moment something is placed there just for now, it often stays there for much longer than planned. Flat surfaces naturally draw attention. So if they look messy, the entire home feels messy, even if the rest of the house is actually clean. That's why I recommend doing a quick scan twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. Simply pick up any random items lying around and put them back in their proper place. If you don't have time immediately, use baskets and hampers so you can temporarily store items in them. This helps keep all your surfaces clutter-free while you organize them properly later. Trust me, just keeping your surfaces clear can make your home look 50% cleaner. It's a small habit, but it creates a huge visual impact. If you truly want your home to stay clean and clutter-free, following a simple daily reset routine is very important. The most clutter usually builds up in the spaces we use the most, like the bedroom and the living room. So start your morning by quickly setting things back in place. Make the bed properly. Tuck in the bedsheet neatly, arrange the pillows and fold the blanket. Whatever you picked up the previous day, return it to where it belongs. Don't let clutter pile up. You will notice an instant difference. In the living room too, things like newspapers, books, toys, coasters, TV and AC remotes are often scattered on the table in the morning. Just take a few minutes to clear everything. Put all the things back in their designated spot. Fluff and adjust the cushions neatly. That's it. Even this small routine can make your home suddenly look clean and well put together. And remember, this is not deep cleaning. This is simply the put things back habit. When you return things daily, the weekend cleaning overload automatically becomes much lighter. Next is the 2-minute rule. If you're short on time, always busy, or managing work and home together, just follow the 2-minute rule. Set a timer for 2 minutes and quickly clean or organize one small area. That's it. Do only as much as you can within those 2 minutes. No pressure to finish everything. This small habit can make a huge difference in the long run. We often think, what will happen in just 2 minutes? I'll do it later. But honestly, these focused 2 minutes can save you hours later. Small, consistent effort prevents big, overwhelming mess. Just give 2 minutes every day. I have also made a detailed video on this topic recently. If you haven't watched it yet, you will find the link in the description box and on the I button. Next is a 5-minute decluttering session. Whether we realize it or not, unwanted things slowly keep accumulating in our homes. Some items break, some get finished, some things we buy but later don't like or don't use. This happens to all of us. And these unused items quietly sit there, occupying a precious space and increasing clutter. Then we start feeling we don't have enough space. But the truth is, our space is often filled with things we no longer need. Because of that, there is less room for the things we actually use and love. That's why I recommend a small 5-minute declutter session every week. Choose just one area. Set a timer for 5 minutes and remove any unwanted or waste items from the space. Whatever you can do in 5 minutes is enough. Don't try to do more. Pick a small area like a drawer, one shelf, a handbag, or even one section of the fridge. This way, things get sorted regularly without becoming overwhelming. The simple weekly practice helps you remove clutter gradually without stress, and when it's time for deep cleaning, it does not feel exhausting because you've already been maintaining your space in small, consistent steps. When you consistently follow the 5-minute weekly declutter sessions, you will slowly notice that your home becomes clutter-free to a large extent. Then once a month, on a day when you have little extra time, pick one bigger project. It could be your closet, pantry, bookshelf, kids' toys, fridge, or any one area that feels the most cluttered. You don't have to do everything at once. Just one project per month is enough. If you have been doing the weekly 5-minute decluttering regularly, the bigger session will feel much easier and faster. But doing one focused deep reset every month is important, especially for the area that's bothering you the most. Many times we feel like we are running out of storage. But when we actually declutter deeply, we realize that more than half the things are not even being used. And the moment you clear those unused items, you automatically create extra space without buying any new storage solutions. One big project every month keeps your entire home organized throughout the year, without burnout, without overwhelm, and in a very manageable way. Now, there are certain everyday tasks which, if not done on time, slowly turn into clutter. And the main reason behind that? Procrastination. Bought groceries, put them away immediately. Don't leave the bags open on the countertop thinking you will do it later. If you're short on time, at least place everything in one dedicated drawer or container, but don't let it stay scattered. Same goes for dishes. Once they are dry, put them back into the cabinet. Even clean dishes stacked on the counter still look like clutter. If your clothes have dried but lying on a chair or the bed for days, the room will automatically look cluttered and messy. As soon as the clothes are dry, fold them and place them back in their respective closets. It hardly takes a few minutes, but it makes a huge visual difference. When we delay small tasks like this, the work feels double later, and the whole room starts looking untidy for no reason. So whenever possible, finish small daily requirements immediately. It keeps your home looking organized and saves your time and mental load in the long run. Some tasks are occasional, but they can create a lot of mess in the house. After festivals or family functions, the home usually looks the most cluttered. Decor items, lights, gift boxes, everything ends up scattered around. And because there is so much to sort, packing it all away can feel overwhelming. That's why we often keep postponing it for days, and the house continues to look messy. Those big decor boxes take up a lot of space and can make the home feel cramped. So as soon as the festival or event is over, pick up the decorations and place them back into storage. I know it can feel like a long and tiring session, but it's important not to delay it. Because when we keep postponing it, we slowly become used to seeing the mess. And after a while, it does not even look odd to us anymore. The moment everything is put away, your home instantly starts looking clean, spacious, and clutter-free again. Another occasional task that creates a surprising amount of clutter is travel packing and unpacking. Packing, of course, we can't avoid. If we have to travel, we have to pack. But after coming back, many times bags remain unopened for days. And even if we open them, we don't always put everything back in its proper place. Suitcases, packing cubes, pouches, all of these occupy floor space and instantly create visual clutter. I understand, after travel we all are tired, but try to unpack at least the very next day. The moment everything goes back to its designated place, your home immediately starts looking neat and clutter-free again. The sooner you unpack, the sooner your home feels normal and settled. Lastly, one more habit that can truly help keep your home clutter-free is keeping a decluttering bin or bag. In your daily routine, whenever you notice something that is broken, cracked, chipped, clothes that are torn or have become too tight, or anything that you can clearly see is no longer useful to you, remove it immediately and put it straight into that decluttering bin. You don't have to decide anything at that moment. No need to throw it away instantly or donate it right away. Just remove it from your active space. Then once a month, check that bin and calmly decide what to do with the items. Throw away what belongs in the trash and donate whatever is still usable. By following this simple practice, unwanted items don't pile up in your home, and your weekly or monthly decluttering sessions become much easier, smoother, and far less overwhelming. Because clutter stays under control when it regularly exits your home. The secret to a clean home is small, consistent habits. Even if you start with just 2 or 3 of these habits, you will notice that your home automatically begins to feel more manageable. Clutter stays under control, your stress level reduces, and everything feels lighter because a peaceful home really begins with small daily systems. I hope you enjoyed this little revision session and are fully charged up to keep your home clutter-free. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, happy organizing from Simplify Your Space. Bye-bye.